Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm Rafiqur Rahman Baloch, Assistant Professor, uh, Department of History, ICB G63. Today, in my 8th lecture, we would be discussing the last topic of chapter number 1, and that is Babylonian civilization. I hope after completing this chapter, you would be able to study the ancient civilization in a very excellent way. So today we'll be discussing the page number 22 of our book, History. Students, you need to open the last topic of this chapter, and that is the Babylonian civilization. As I stated earlier, here you will see that the topic is Babylonian civilization. Now, students, I told you earlier that civilization is usually replaced by one another. One of the civilization that grows, and with the passage of time, the civilization that usually that civilization that comes to its end, or after its downfall, the new civilization that emerges. But one thing is crystal clear from all the civilizations we see, that all the civilizations, they usually develop and they grow near any of the river, near any of the water. Uh, so in this topic, we will be studying the Babylonian civilization that developed in ancient Mesopotamia after the decline of the Sumerians. Babylonian cities were located on the bank of river Euphrates. I told you that this all the rivers and this Babylonian civilization that developed on the bank of river Euphrates. Now Hammurabi, that was and he was an Amorite. Amorite means the person who is from this area, from that particular area, and he was the resident of that area. So the first dynasty king of the city-state of Babylon, and inherited the power from his father, Sen-Moballit, in 1792 BC. So he brought much of southern and central Mesopotamia under unified Babylonian rule. He was much successful leader, and his governance was very well. His state was very much organized. Therefore, the state was developed under his rule. Under the rule of Hammurabi, Babylon became the cradle of learning and culture in the ancient world. Under his rule, you know that this civilization and this area that developed, उसमें आपको पता है कि that was the cradle of learning and culture in this area. He developed Babylon into a powerful and influential city by ordering construction of beautiful and lavish buildings. So when economy that was better and the state was organized, ultimately there was a development, there were development projects and infrastructure. So very well buildings, they were constructed. There were royal palaces, there were gardens, cemeteries, and ziggurats. So residential areas in cities such as Ur, which was very famous city, there were houses with winding streets, खिड़कियां जहां से हवाएं आती थी, dotted with elite housing, shops and shrines. और वहां पर अच्छे घर भी बने हुए थे, अच्छी दुकानें भी थीं, और अच्छे मज़ारात या shrines भी थी. Now, code of Hammurabi. Hammurabi का कोड बड़ा मशहूर है, क्योंकि इनके लॉज बड़े अच्छे थे, लीगल कोड्स अच्छे थे, और एक कानून के तहत हुकूमत चल रही थी, और वो जो कानून था वो बड़ा क्लियर था. यू विल सी that the legal codes they were inscribed in cuneiform script on a huge stone tablet. एक पत्थर के ऊपर तमाम कोड्स डिस्प्ले थे, जिससे हर एक को पता चलता था कि हम्मुराबी का ये कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट है. So, however, according to historians, these laws were very strict, and after him they were not applied fairly to everyone. लेकिन हम्मुराबी की डेथ के बाद ये laws अप्लाई नहीं हुए, जिसकी वजह से the gap between the rich and the poor that was that developed, और जिसकी वजह से गरीबों के अंदर सेंस ऑफ इंफीरियरिटी हुई और एक इनजस्टिस जो था वो पीक पे आया, and this led to the decline of the Babylonian civilization. Now there was an hanging gardens of Babylon. This garden you will see in the picture. I'm reading. The hanging garden of Babylon was a great attraction in the capital of the new Babylonian empire. The exotic nature of the gardens have made the hanging gardens of Babylon the most captivating of all seven wonders. So these gardens, they were known as, they were considered among the seven wonders of the world. Some historians consider the hanging gardens were constructed by an Assyrian king, Sennacherib, at Nineveh. King Sennacherib called it wonder for all people, और वो समझता था कि तमाम लोगों के लिए एक इबरत होगी, एक वंडर होगा, एक हैरान कुन एक अजूबा होगा. The garden was famous for its collection of fruit orchards. हर किस्म के दरख्त थे, पाइन ट्रीज भी थे, रोजवुड भी थे, जैतून के दरख्त भी थे, ग्रेप्स भी थे, और हर किस्म के दरख्त इसमें शामिल थे. So these were very beautiful gardens, and they were considered among the seven wonders of the world. Now students, this was the end of our topic. We have studied some 3 to 4 civilizations in this chapter, and but one thing, keep remember, this is your own test. After studying and after reading out all this chapter, at the end, the students must be able to, the students should reread and reread it. Read it time and again, then you will be able to understand the concepts, the words, the meanings, and the different concepts which have been used, different names and nomenclatures they have been used in this chapter. After the end of this chapter, the students must repeat it, and they should be able to understand that these terminologies and these important points and features of this chapter. One is the history is the study of past events through inquiry, narrative, and recorded documents. History helps us helps to understand the problems of the world. All the earliest civilizations started from river valleys. The invention of irrigation and sailboats in Mesopotamian civilizations influenced the development of human civilization. So irrigation और जो sailboats थे Mesopotamian civilization के, उसकी वजह से यहाँ पर population आई और growth हुई, population यहाँ पर ज़्यादा फैली. In Summer Valley, class system was prevalent, however, the communal life was strong. There was, the society was divided in hierarchical system into 4 classes. However, the people, they were happy, and they were the society that was strong ultimately. Some Sumerian women were powerful, priestess and rich, though they were not the leaders from the front. They, in one way or the other, they had the influence by their husbands, and they were ruling from the backside. They were considered to be the advisors of their husband. Even some of them were more influential. Some of them, they even took active part in the decisions. So Sumerian women had the say in daily life and government affairs. City-states were developed such as Ur and Babylon. यहाँ जो मशहूर शहर थे वो उर और बेबीलोन थे. Hammurabi was a Babylonian ruler who made proper laws for his kingdom. So Hammurabi का जो कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट था और बेबीलोनिया का जो रूलर था और जो उसके लॉज थे वो बड़े मशहूर थे. So in today's lecture, this is enough, and I hope you would have understood these 3 to 4 civilizations, the main concepts, and this chapter, students, keep remember, this is considered to be very much important in the subject of history, in the discipline of history, because it provides you the basic information about about different societies and about different civilization. So we stop here, and in the next mm, uh, topic, in the next class, we will be trying to solve the exercise, to do exercise of this chapter. So thank you very much.